The world of demonology has fascinated scholars and occultists alike for centuries. At the heart of this ancient study lies the question, what is the nature of demons? Are they malevolent entities, or do they serve a higher purpose within the cosmic order? While the common belief may place them as agents of destruction and evil, a deeper exploration into their origins reveals a more complex and intricate design. According to ancient texts, demons are the fallen angels of old, beings of celestial origin, who were cast down for disobeying divine law. Their fall from grace was not without consequence. Cast down from the heavens, these beings found themselves bound by chains, unable to ascend back to their original state. Yet, despite their punishment, demons retain much of their divine power, twisted and distorted by their rebellion. Their essence is neither wholly evil nor good. Rather, it is a reflection of their fractured relationship with the divine. Each demon carries within them the echo of their once pure nature, a silent reminder of the power they once wielded. The hierarchies of hell are rich with titles and roles, with each demon occupying a specific place within the infernal order. From the lowly foot soldiers to the commanding kings, these beings represent the full spectrum of knowledge, power, and temptation. Some are known for their wisdom, others for their ability to deceive, while others still are famed for their capacity to corrupt and destroy. It is said that to understand their true nature is to unlock the mysteries of both the human psyche and the spiritual realm. Demons are not mere mindless entities. They are sophisticated beings with their own motives and desires. They are symbols of chaos, reflection, and transformation. Each demon embodies a particular archetype, representing a human vice or emotion taken to its extreme. From lust to pride, envy to greed, the demons of the abyss serve as a mirror to the darker sides of the human soul, offering both a warning and a temptation. In the grimoires that detail their actions, demons are often shown not as passive entities, but as active players in the fate of the world. They interact with humanity, tempting and corrupting, but they also have their own agendas, sometimes working together, sometimes betraying each other. Their power lies in their ability to manipulate, to twist the will of mortals, and to instill within them a hunger for knowledge, power, or forbidden desires. The history of demons is also a history of their summoning. From the earliest occult traditions to the modern-day practices of ceremonial magicians, the desire to command these beings has persisted. Rituals of evocation and conjuration are detailed in ancient grimoires, where the summoner, armed with sacred knowledge, seeks to bind a demon to their will. This powerful magic is not for the faint of heart, as the consequences of misstep can be dire. The sigils of demons, their names, and the correct use of magical words are essential to ensure success. The magician does not seek to serve the demon, but to dominate it, forcing it to reveal its secrets or perform its tasks. Yet, in doing so, they must also be wary of the demon's manipulations. Each demon has the potential to betray, deceive, and corrupt the summoner. To command a demon is to walk a dangerous path. It is a relationship built on respect, fear, and the acknowledgement of a higher power. The magician does not seek to serve the demon, but to bind it to their will. Yet in doing so, they must also be wary of the demon's manipulations. Each demon has the potential to betray, deceive, and corrupt the summoner. The greater the demon's power, the more dangerous the pact. The higher-ranked demons, such as kings and presidents, hold immense sway over the mortal world. They are often called upon for more significant tasks, as their influence is vast. These demons are capable of shaping events, altering the course of history, or even controlling the fate of individuals. The stories of those who have successfully summoned demons are as varied as the demons themselves. Some seek knowledge, others seek wealth or power, and some desire to uncover the hidden truths of the universe. Each demon, with its unique abilities and influence, offers something to those who dare to invoke them. Yet this power comes at a cost. To invoke a demon is to risk being consumed by the very forces one seeks to control. Many have entered into pacts, only to find themselves trapped by the demon's influence, unable to break free. The 72 demons of the Ars Goetia, a part of the Lesser Key of Solomon, are perhaps the most famous collection of demonic entities. Each of these demons holds a unique position in the infernal hierarchy, and each has its own powers, abilities, and weaknesses. They are categorized by rank, from presidents to kings, each commanding legions of lesser demons. The magic associated with these demons is intricate, requiring precise rituals, incantations, and the correct use of sacred symbols to ensure success. Despite their fearsome reputation, these demons are not merely forces of destruction. Many of them offer knowledge, wisdom, and the power to shape reality. They are masters of manipulation, persuasion, and influence, capable of altering the course of history or the destiny of individuals. However, the gifts they offer come with heavy consequences, and those who seek to wield their power must be prepared to pay the price. The allure of power is strong, but it is also corrupting. To summon a demon is to confront one's deepest desires, fears, and ambitions. The process of summoning and binding a demon is not without risks, but the rewards can be great. For those who seek knowledge, power, or influence, the demons of the Ars Goetia offer a path to achieving their goals. However, this path is fraught with danger, as the demons are not easily controlled and may turn on their summoner if not properly bound. As we delve deeper into the realm of demonology, it becomes increasingly clear that the infernal hierarchy is far more intricate than mere chaos. Demons do not exist in a disorganized, random state. Rather, they function within a rigid system, each holding specific roles and responsibilities within the abyss. The key to understanding this complex order is to recognize the distinctions between the various ranks of demons, which are not only based on their power, but also on their purpose and function in the grand scheme of things. At the top of this hierarchy stand the mighty kings and princes, entities of immense power whose influence reaches far beyond the physical world. These demons are the architects of destruction and transformation, wielding dominion over vast legions of lesser beings. Among them is Lucifer, often considered the greatest of all demons, whose fall from grace set the stage for the eternal struggle between light and darkness. His power is immense, drawing from both his original celestial nature and the corruption he now embraces. Despite his fallen state, Lucifer retains a magnetic authority that is revered and feared by demons and mortals alike. His role as the leader of the rebellious angels has solidified his position as the ruler of hell and the prime antagonist in the cosmic battle of good versus evil. In contrast to Lucifer's commanding presence, there are other kings and princes who occupy significant positions within the demonic hierarchy. Beelzebub, often called the Lord of the Flies, serves as a high-ranking demon associated with gluttony and excess. His power lies not only in his ability to corrupt the body, but in his manipulation of human desires, pushing individuals toward indulgence and decadence. Asmodeus, another prominent figure, represents lust and desire, embodying the darker aspects of passion. His influence is subtle, often working through human emotions and temptations to lead individuals astray. While these high-ranking demons command great respect, it is the dukes and marquises that truly execute the will of the infernal realm. These entities are the ones who carry out the orders of the kings, organizing the lesser demons under their command to bring about chaos and suffering. Their influence is not as immediate as that of the kings, but it is no less powerful. Many dukes, such as Astaroth and Belphegor, are known for their cunning, manipulation, and ability to twist the hearts and minds of mortals. Astaroth, for instance, is a demon of knowledge and vanity, offering those who summon him great wisdom in exchange for their loyalty. His role is not just to corrupt, but to seduce individuals into believing they are capable of mastering the world, only to see them fall victim to their own hubris. In the middle of this infernal structure are the presidents and earls, who serve as intermediaries between the highest ranks and the lower-ranking demons. The presidents, such as Mabas and Buer, are associated with the revelation of hidden truths and the mastery of certain domains of knowledge. They offer subtle intellectual gifts, secrets, wisdom, and insights, often in exchange for the soul's obedience. These demons are less destructive in their methods, but more insidious, leading individuals down a path of intellectual obsession that can be just as destructive as physical harm. Mabas, for example, is the demon of hidden knowledge, often sought after by those who desire to uncover the mysteries of the universe. Appearing first as a lion and later as a robed figure, Mabas is the gatekeeper to forbidden wisdom. His followers are often left haunted by the knowledge he imparts, unable to free themselves from the endless quest for more. Similarly, Buer, with his ever-spinning wheel of limbs, represents the cyclical nature of life and death, offering healing and remedies, but at a price. Those who invoke him find themselves trapped in an eternal search for understanding, forever chasing perfection that they can never truly achieve. Below them, the knights and barons of hell operate more like enforcers, ensuring that the will of the higher-ranking demons is carried out with precision and force. These demons are often associated with the darker, more violent aspects of demonology. Andras, for example, thrives in chaos and destruction, igniting conflict and unrest wherever he goes. His power lies in his ability to turn peace into war, transforming allies into enemies with a mere whisper. Summoning Andras is a dangerous proposition, as he revels in strife and disorder, and those who call upon him must be prepared for the consequences of unleashing such a force. Furfer, another knight in the infernal hierarchy, is known for his ability to incite conflict and stir up violent emotions. His presence is a catalyst for discord, transforming peaceful situations into battlegrounds. His followers often seek him out to gain an advantage in warfare, but they do so at their own peril. Furfer's power is unpredictable, and his influence can quickly spiral out of control, leading to unintended consequences. His nature as a bringer of chaos makes him one of the most dangerous entities to summon, as those who seek his aid often find themselves consumed by the very conflict they sought to unleash. Each of these demonic entities, regardless of their rank, serves a specific role within the larger framework of hell. They are not merely random forces of destruction, but carefully orchestrated instruments of chaos and transformation. Their existence is a reflection of the fundamental principles of the universe: balance, duality, and the ever-present tension between order and disorder. By understanding the hierarchy and purpose of each demon, one can gain insight into the deeper workings of the occult and the forces that shape our reality. In the vast and intricate world of demonology, the Ars Goetia, a key component of the Lesser Key of Solomon, stands as one of the most influential grimoires ever written. This ancient text offers a detailed account of 72 demons, each of whom holds a unique place within the infernal hierarchy. According to the grimoire, these demons are not just agents of destruction. They are powerful forces of nature, each embodying specific aspects of the human experience. Their abilities range from granting wealth and power to manipulating minds and controlling elements. Each demon carries with it a signature mark, an essential sigil or symbol that is crucial for their invocation and control. The Ars Goetia provides not just the names and appearances of these demons, but also their ranks and the legions of lesser spirits that follow them. These beings are classified by their power and influence, with higher-ranked demons commanding legions of lesser entities that help carry out their bidding. Kings, dukes, presidents, and marquises are the titles given to those at the upper echelons of the demonic world, while others, like earls, knights, and barons, are tasked with more specialized roles in the eternal struggle between order and chaos. The demonic hierarchy is as rigid and complex as any earthly monarchy, and it is through understanding this structure that one can begin to comprehend the true nature of the demonic forces at play. One of the most intriguing demons of the Ars Goetia is Baal, the first demon listed in the grimoire. Baal, often depicted as a creature with the head of a cat, a toad, and a man, holds the title of King of the First Division of Hell. His powers are vast, and he commands 66 legions of demons. Summoning Baal requires great precision, as his influence can alter the nature of reality itself. He is known for his ability to make people invisible, granting them the power to move unseen by mortal eyes. This ability has made him a sought-after demon for those wishing to remain undetected or to engage in espionage. However, the cost of such a gift is steep, as Baal's manipulations often lead to the summoner being drawn deeper into the web of the infernal world. Another prominent figure in the Ars Goetia is Paimon, a demon of immense power and wisdom, often depicted as a man riding a camel, crowned and holding a scepter. Paimon is known as a king of hell and commands 200 legions of demons. His knowledge spans across various fields, including science, philosophy, and the arts. Those who summon Paimon seek not only power, but also enlightenment. He is said to grant profound insights and the ability to understand the hidden mysteries of the universe. Yet, as with all demons of the Ars Goetia, the knowledge Paimon bestows comes with a price. The summoner must be willing to sacrifice a part of their soul to gain access to such profound wisdom. The demon Astaroth, a Duke of Hell, is one of the most intriguing entities listed in the Ars Goetia. Often depicted as a beautiful angel-like figure with a crown and riding a beast, Astaroth represents the seductive allure of forbidden knowledge. His power lies in his ability to manipulate minds and bring forth wisdom, but his influence can lead to corruption and madness. Astaroth is often invoked by those seeking to unlock hidden truths, but the temptation to fall prey to his seductive nature is ever present. His teachings offer profound knowledge of the universe, yet they can also lead to a deeper understanding of the self that some might find disturbing. Many who seek his wisdom find themselves lost in an endless pursuit of answers that ultimately lead to their own downfall. Then there is Bua, a president of hell, who is often depicted as a lion-headed man with 5 legs. Bua is a demon of healing and the sciences, associated with the cure of diseases and ailments. Those who seek his aid are often those who are in search of remedies for physical and mental afflictions. Bua's powers extend beyond healing, as he also grants the ability to acquire knowledge in natural science and philosophy. However, as with many other demons, there is a dark side to Bua's gifts. His followers often become obsessed with the pursuit of knowledge, to the point where they sacrifice their own well-being in the process. The quest for understanding can lead to a loss of balance, as Bua's influence drives individuals to become consumed by their intellectual pursuits. Among the more destructive demons in the Ars Goetia is Andras, a demon who revels in chaos and violence. Depicted as a winged angel with the head of an owl and holding a sword, Andras is a Marquise who commands legions of demons. He is a demon of discord, whose presence stirs conflict and unrest wherever he goes. Andras is often invoked by those seeking to cause destruction or to incite rebellion. His power lies in his ability to create turmoil, turning friends into enemies and igniting wars. Summoning Andras is a dangerous proposition, as his influence can quickly spiral out of control, leaving the summoner trapped in the chaos they have unleashed. His power, while great, comes with the risk of being consumed by the very destruction one seeks to wield. The final demon to be mentioned in this section is Zagan, a king of hell who commands 33 legions of demons. Zagan is depicted as a lion-headed man who rides a bison. His power is tied to transformation and alchemy. Zagan has the ability to turn water into wine, change metals into gold, and grant wealth and success to those who invoke him. His influence is often sought by those who wish to gain material wealth and success. However, Zagan's gifts are not without their dangers. His power to transform can also be used to manipulate and deceive, leading to false prosperity and a false sense of security. Those who seek Zagan's aid must be cautious, as his gifts come at the cost of spiritual integrity and moral clarity. In the study of demonology, the rituals and symbols associated with the summoning and control of demons are as crucial as the entities themselves. The grimoires and texts that describe these rites are not mere instructions. They are the very framework through which the practitioner interacts with the unseen world. Each ritual, every incantation, and every symbol used carries its own power, and it is through the careful use of these elements that one can hope to achieve control over the demonic forces they wish to summon. The foundational principle of demonology is that these rituals are not acts of blind faith, but rather acts of knowledge. The practitioner must be intimately familiar with the procedures and the divine names, symbols, and sigils that govern these rites. The Lesser Key of Solomon, for example, provides detailed instructions on the proper use of sacred geometry, celestial alignments, and the invocation of divine names to compel demons to appear. The rituals described within this text are not haphazard. They are carefully constructed systems that, when executed with precision, can manipulate the very fabric of reality. One of the most important aspects of any summoning ritual is the circle of protection. The circle acts as a boundary between the physical world and the spiritual realm, keeping the summoner safe from the potentially dangerous forces they are attempting to call forth. This circle is not just a physical boundary, but a metaphysical one. It represents divine order and serves to focus the practitioner's intent while shielding them from harm. The precision with which the circle is drawn is paramount, as even a minor mistake can render the ritual ineffective or, worse, invite unwanted spirits into the space. In addition to the circle, the practitioner must also draw a triangle of manifestation, which serves as the location where the demon will appear once summoned. This triangle is inscribed with specific symbols, often those of the demon being invoked, and it is within this space that the demon will be bound by the magician's will. The triangle is an essential tool in ensuring that the demon manifests in the desired form, and that the summoner retains control over it. The demon must be confined within this space, where its powers are limited and its will can be bent to the summoner's commands. Another key element in these rituals is the use of sigils, unique symbols that represent the demon's name and power. These sigils are more than mere representations. They are gateways through which the practitioner can connect with the demon's essence. In many cases, the sigil is the key to controlling the demon. By inscribing the sigil on the proper materials and invoking the demon's name, the summoner can establish a direct link between themselves and the demon. The sigil serves as both a spiritual address and a binding contract, ensuring that the demon's power is invoked and that the summoner's will is carried out. While sigils are important, they are not always sufficient on their own. The practitioner must also call upon divine names to provide the necessary authority and structure to the ritual. The power of these names lies in their association with higher spiritual forces, and they act as a means of enforcing divine law within the ritual. The use of divine names in the invocation of demons is one of the key aspects that separates ceremonial magic from black magic. It is through these divine names that the summoner calls upon the higher powers to maintain control over the demon and ensure that the forces being invoked do not spiral out of control. Timing is also a crucial element in the success of these rituals. Planetary hours and astrological alignments play a significant role in determining the effectiveness of a ritual. The planets are believed to govern various aspects of life, and their positions in the sky at the time of the ritual can influence the outcome. For example, some demons are more susceptible to being summoned during specific planetary hours or days, while others may require certain astrological alignments to manifest. This requires a deep understanding of astrology and the rhythms of the cosmos to ensure that the ritual is performed at the optimal time. The ritual tools used in the summoning of demons are also vital to the process. These tools include wands, daggers, incense, and robes, all of which must be consecrated before use. The tools are more than mere instruments. They are extensions of the practitioner's will, used to focus their intent and channel the energies of the ritual. Each tool serves a specific purpose. The wand is used to direct energy, the dagger to cut through the spiritual veil, the incense to purify the space, and the robes to help the practitioner align themselves with the spiritual realm. The proper preparation of these tools is essential for the success of the ritual. Once the circle is drawn, the sigils and symbols are in place, and the tools are consecrated. The practitioner can begin the process of invocation. The act of invocation is a call to the demon, summoning it into the material world. The magician must speak the demon's name with authority, while simultaneously focusing their intent and using the tools to direct the energies of the ritual. It is at this point that the practitioner must exercise caution, as the demon's power can easily overwhelm the unprepared. The demon may attempt to deceive, twist the practitioner's will, or even escape the ritual space altogether. Evocation, the act of calling a demon into the physical world, differs from invocation in that it typically does not seek to allow the demon to possess the summoner. Instead, the demon is summoned and forced to manifest outside the practitioner's body. Evocation can be seen as a more dangerous form of ritual, as the practitioner must maintain complete control over the demon to avoid being harmed or manipulated. To successfully evoke a demon, the summoner must ensure that the demon is bound to the triangle of manifestation, where it will remain under their control until the ritual is complete. Throughout these rituals, it is crucial for the practitioner to maintain a state of mental focus and discipline. The power of the ritual is not only in the tools and symbols, but also in the practitioner's intent and will. If the summoner's mind wavers, if their focus is broken, the ritual may fail, or worse, they may lose control of the demon they have summoned. To command a demon is to enter into a delicate balance of power, where the practitioner must continually assert their authority while also respecting the ancient forces they are attempting to manipulate. As we continue our journey through the shadowed world of demonology, it's important to address the ethical implications and consequences of engaging with such powerful, often dangerous forces. The practice of summoning and controlling demons is not without its risks, both physical and spiritual. For those who seek to control these entities, the path is fraught with moral dilemmas, as the very act of summoning can lead to personal corruption and the erosion of one's soul. Demonology, at its core, is about power, the power to influence, to command, and to shape reality. But with this power comes a heavy price. Demons are not merely tools to be used at will. They are sentient beings, each with their own will and desires. To summon them is to enter into a contract, a binding agreement that, once made, cannot easily be undone. The consequences of breaking such a pact can be severe, ranging from the loss of the summoner's life to the complete destruction of their soul. In the world of demonology, power is always balanced by consequence. One of the most important aspects of demonology is the concept of free will. While demons may offer their knowledge, wisdom, and power, they never force their will upon a human. Instead, they operate through temptation, offering a path to power or enlightenment that is always laced with risk. The decision to engage with a demon is ultimately the summoner's choice. However, demons are skilled in manipulation, and they know how to twist the desires and weaknesses of the human soul to their advantage. This is why the practice of demonology is considered so dangerous. It is not merely about invoking a spirit, but about engaging with a force that understands human nature better than most humans understand themselves. At the heart of the ethical debate is the nature of the pact between the summoner and the demon. In many cases, the summoner will invoke a demon for a specific purpose, whether it be for wealth, knowledge, power, or some otherworldly desire. In exchange, the demon will demand something in return, whether it be the summoner's soul, their loyalty, or a promise of future service. This exchange is often framed as a contract, with each party bound to their side of the agreement. However, much like any contract, the demon's terms are rarely fully understood by the summoner at the time of invocation. The power they seek often comes at a far greater cost than they anticipated. The psychological toll of engaging in demonology is significant. Over time, many practitioners find themselves becoming obsessed with their quest for power or knowledge, losing sight of the moral compass that once guided them. This is one of the most insidious consequences of summoning demons. Their influence can warp the human psyche, drawing the practitioner into a spiraling descent of obsession and moral decay. The pursuit of forbidden knowledge or power often leads to a weakening of one's sense of self and a detachment from the very principles of right and wrong. In the end, the practitioner may find themselves a mere shell of the person they once were, driven by a need to control forces far beyond their understanding. In some cases, the demon's influence extends beyond the summoner. Demonic possession is a well-documented phenomenon in both historical and contemporary accounts of demonology. While possession is often associated with a complete takeover of the body and mind, it can also manifest in more subtle ways. The demon may begin to control the summoner's thoughts, desires, and actions, leading them to commit acts they would never have considered otherwise. In extreme cases, the summoner becomes little more than a vessel for the demon's will, their own identity gradually erased as the demonic force takes full control. Even for those who do not experience full possession, the consequences of engaging with demons can be far-reaching. Many practitioners report a gradual deterioration of their spiritual health. The act of summoning and controlling demons is an inherently corrupting practice, one that can erode the practitioner's connection to the divine. Over time, the practitioner may feel disconnected from their own humanity as the power they seek pulls them further away from the world of light and love. In the eyes of many religious traditions, engaging with demons is seen as a spiritual betrayal, a rejection of the divine in favor of darker, more self-serving forces. While some may argue that the knowledge and power gained from demons are worth the price, there are others who believe that the true cost of engaging with these beings is far too high. In many traditions, the summoning of demons is seen as an act of hubris, a human attempt to control forces that should remain beyond our understanding. The dangerous pursuit of knowledge or power that comes with invoking these entities is often framed as a form of temptation, one that leads to spiritual downfall. Throughout history, many of those who have sought to control demons have found themselves destroyed, either physically or spiritually, by the very forces they sought to command. For this reason, exorcism and spiritual protection have long been key components of demonology. In many religious and occult traditions, practitioners who attempt to summon or control demons are cautioned to take extreme precautions. Exorcism rituals are performed to remove demonic influence from a person or place, and protective rituals are often carried out to shield the practitioner from the corrupting effects of the demonic world. These rituals are seen as necessary safeguards against the devastating consequences of engaging with entities that exist beyond human comprehension. The moral consequences of engaging in demonology cannot be ignored. While many may seek out demons for selfish or material gain, the true cost of this engagement is the loss of one's spiritual integrity. The summoning of demons is not a pursuit of enlightenment or divine truth, but a dangerous game of power that ultimately leads to spiritual corruption. The practitioner who seeks to control these forces may find that, in the end, they are the ones being controlled. The impact of demons on human history cannot be understated. Throughout the ages, the influence of these infernal beings has shaped not only the lives of those who invoke them, but also the course of civilizations. Whether through acts of personal destruction or the manipulation of entire societies, the demons of the occult have left their mark on human history, often in ways that remain hidden beneath the surface. From ancient religious traditions to modern-day practices, demons have been both feared and revered, their presence lingering in the shadows of human experience. One of the most profound ways demons have influenced humanity is through the concept of temptation. Temptation, in its most dangerous form, is the manipulation of the human will. Demons, in their cunning, know how to prey on the weaknesses and desires of individuals. They do not simply force humans into evil actions, but gently nudge them down paths of moral decay, offering them the promise of power, wealth, or forbidden knowledge in exchange for their obedience. This slow, insidious corruption is the hallmark of demonic influence. By the time the summoner realizes they have been deceived, it is often too late to escape. Throughout history, demons have been implicated in personal tragedies and societal upheavals. The ancient world, particularly in Mesopotamia and Egypt, saw the rise of countless gods and spirits, many of whom were later demonized by monotheistic religions. These once revered deities became symbols of temptation and evil. The Greek god Pan, for example, was later associated with the devil in Christian theology, his image distorted into that of a horned demon. Similarly, the Roman gods, once seen as protectors of the people, were reinterpreted as demonic forces tempting humans away from God. In this way, the ancient world's pantheon of gods and spirits was redefined through the lens of demonology, with each entity carrying its own moral weight. In the Middle Ages, demonology became a central component of religious and cultural life. The Church, during this time, saw demons as agents of the devil, actively working to corrupt the souls of the faithful. It was during this period that the infamous witch hunts took place, where individuals, particularly women, were accused of consorting with demons. These accusations were often based on little more than superstition and fear, leading to the brutal execution of tens of thousands of innocent people. Yet beneath the surface, these events were also a manifestation of the fear that demons instilled in society. The presence of the demonic in everyday life was believed to be a constant threat, and the Church's obsession with demonology reflected a desire to maintain control over both the spiritual and earthly realms. The concept of possession, another form of demonic influence, became a powerful force in medieval Christianity. To be possessed by a demon was not simply a matter of losing control over one's body. It was seen as the ultimate spiritual battle. The possessed individual was believed to be at war with their very soul, with the demon seeking to corrupt or destroy them from within. Exorcisms, rituals meant to expel the demon and restore the individual's soul, became a central part of Christian practice. These rituals were not just about casting out evil, but about restoring the divine order and maintaining the sanctity of the soul. While exorcisms are still practiced today, they hold a more symbolic significance, though the belief in possession remains deeply rooted in certain religious traditions. In modern times, demons have continued to exert their influence, albeit in more subtle ways. The rise of occultism and esoteric spirituality in the 19th and 20th centuries brought demonology into the realm of intellectual and artistic circles. Occultists, magicians, and scholars began to explore the deeper mysteries of the spiritual world, attempting to understand the nature of demons and their place within the universe. Theosophical teachings, led by figures such as Helena Blavatsky, sought to explain the spiritual significance of demonic forces, often framing them as manifestations of spiritual evolution or forces of transformation. Simultaneously, The popular culture of the 20th century brought demons into the realm of entertainment and fear-based mythology. Films, books, and television shows have perpetuated the image of the demon as a malevolent force bent on possession, destruction, or revenge. These portrayals are often rooted in the older traditions of demonology, but have been shaped by modern anxieties and fears. The success of films like The Exorcist and The Conjuring has shown how deeply embedded the fear of demonic forces is in the collective human psyche, despite our advances in science and rationalism. This cultural portrayal of demons reflects a continuing fascination with the unknown. For many, demons are a symbol of humanity's struggle with its darker instincts, our greed, lust, rage, and fear. They embody the eternal struggle between light and dark, order and chaos, good and evil. While some may dismiss demons as mere superstition or myth, others see them as profound archetypes, representing the primal forces that lurk within the human soul. These forces, like the demons themselves, are not easily controlled. Whether through summoning, ritual, or possession, the manipulation of these forces comes with significant risks. The power they offer is always intertwined with the danger of losing control, of being consumed by the very entities one seeks to command. In modern demonology, the focus has shifted from simple possession or summoning rituals to a deeper understanding of the psychological and symbolic roles demons play in the human experience. Many occultists now view demons not as literal entities, but as archetypes or symbols representing aspects of the self, parts of the unconscious mind that we have repressed or ignored. In this sense, demons are no longer just external forces. They are internal struggles and desires embodied in supernatural form. This shift reflects a broader trend in modern occultism, where the focus is not on controlling or banishing these forces, but on understanding and integrating them into one's personal growth. This view aligns with the broader psychological approach to demonology, which suggests that the battle with demons is ultimately a battle within the mind. Just as ancient alchemists sought to transmute base metals into gold, modern occultists seek to transmute the darker aspects of the psyche into spiritual wisdom and power. In this way, demonology becomes not just the study of external entities, but also a path to self-understanding and enlightenment. As we venture further into the enigmatic world of demonology, it's essential to consider the role it plays in modern occult practices. While the study and invocation of demons have ancient roots, the contemporary approach to demonology has evolved, blending traditional methods with New Age beliefs and philosophies. In today's occult community, demons are often viewed through a more symbolic lens, their influence understood not only in spiritual terms, but as forces that reflect the internal battles and desires of the practitioner. The concept of high magic has always been intricately linked with the summoning and control of demons. Unlike low magic, which typically involves spells and rituals for personal gain or hexing, high magic is an intellectual and spiritual pursuit. It seeks to harness the power of the divine and the infernal alike, with the practitioner acting as a conduit between the mortal and the supernatural realms. Demonology, as a part of high magic, is not just about gaining power over demons, but about spiritual evolution. The practitioner aims to transcend the limitations of the physical world, tapping into deeper cosmic forces to achieve enlightenment and mastery over their own destiny. In modern occultism, particularly in ceremonial magic and theurgy, demons are often invoked not to bring about destruction, but to serve as guides on the practitioner's spiritual journey. The demons of the Ars Goetia, for example, are frequently seen not as embodiments of pure evil, but as teachers of hidden knowledge, beings whose wisdom can unlock the deepest mysteries of the universe. Their power is no longer merely feared, but understood as an integral part of the cosmic balance. In this sense, the practice of demonology becomes a path of personal transformation, a means of confronting and integrating the shadow aspects of the self. However, this view is not universal, and many occult traditions still regard the summoning of demons as a dangerous and morally questionable practice. The concept of spiritual warfare remains a significant part of modern demonology, especially within more traditional or religious occult systems. In these traditions, demons are viewed as agents of chaos, destruction, and moral corruption, and their summoning is seen as an act of rebellion against divine order. For these practitioners, engaging with demons is not a means of self-discovery, but an attempt to manipulate forces that should remain beyond human control. The risk of such engagement is great, as demons, once summoned, are not easily dismissed. They may leave lasting marks on the practitioner's psyche, influencing their actions, thoughts, and emotions. The modern resurgence of chaos magic, particularly in the late 20th century, brought a new approach to demonology. Unlike traditional practices, chaos magic does not adhere to a fixed set of beliefs or deities. Instead, it is based on the idea that belief itself is a powerful tool and that the magician can shape reality through the will and intent. In this context, demons are seen as symbols or archetypes that represent certain energies or forces within the magician's mind. The demon is not a literal being, but a manifestation of a particular psychological or emotional state that the practitioner wishes to explore or harness. By invoking the demon, the magician seeks to access the power of the unconscious mind, using it to bring about personal change or insight. In this sense, modern chaos magicians view demons as tools rather than masters. They are seen as entities that can be shaped, manipulated, and used for the magician's purposes. The idea of invoking a demon for personal gain is not so much about submitting to a higher power, but about co-creating with the forces of the universe. In this approach, the demon is a reflection of the practitioner's own desires, fears, and aspirations. The act of invoking the demon is a way of exploring and transforming these aspects of the self, gaining a deeper understanding of the unconscious mind and its influence over one's life. However, there is a fine line between exploring the self and becoming consumed by it. While chaos magicians may view demons as mere symbols, the danger of psychological contamination remains ever present. The line between the self and the external world can blur, and the magician may find themselves lost in the very forces they sought to control. In some cases, practitioners may become so deeply immersed in their rituals and beliefs that they lose their ability to distinguish between the internal and external, the symbolic and the real. This is why many modern occultists emphasize the importance of self-awareness, discipline, and personal boundaries when working with demons. The role of demonology in modern occultism is not confined to those who wish to summon or control demons directly. It also plays a significant role in the study of psychic abilities and spiritual development. Many contemporary occult traditions view demonology as a means of gaining access to higher levels of consciousness and spiritual power. Through the study of demons, practitioners can learn to navigate the invisible realms, unlock hidden potential, and develop their psychic abilities. The demon, in this context, is not a threat, but a gatekeeper, a being that can help the practitioner unlock doors to higher levels of knowledge and power. One of the most significant aspects of modern demonology is its connection to the collective unconscious. The work of Carl Jung and other depth psychologists has brought new insights into the role that demons play in the human psyche. According to Jungian psychology, demons represent archetypes, universal symbols that reside in the unconscious mind and influence human behavior. These archetypes can take many forms, from the seductress to the trickster, and they represent the full spectrum of human experience. By confronting and understanding these archetypes, the practitioner can gain insight into their own psyche and ultimately achieve self-realization. In this way, modern demonology is as much about psychological growth as it is about spiritual or magical achievement. As the study of demonology continues to evolve, it is clear that the role of demons in the human experience is not fixed or static. The way we view these entities reflects our own understanding of the mind, the soul, and the forces that shape our reality. Whether seen as powerful spirits to be feared and controlled, or as symbolic representations of the unconscious mind, demons remain a potent force in the occult. Their influence continues to inspire both fear and fascination, and the study of demonology offers a unique window into the hidden workings of the universe and the deeper aspects of the self. As we reach the final part of our exploration into the world of demonology, it's time to consider the future of this ancient and enigmatic practice. The landscape of modern occultism has evolved significantly, and with it, the study and invocation of demons has undergone a transformation. Today, the practice is no longer solely confined to religious or ceremonial contexts. It has found its place in popular culture, modern spiritualism, and psychological exploration. However, despite the shifting paradigms, one question remains. What role will demonology play in the future of occultism? The most striking shift in modern demonology is the integration of psychological and spiritual practices. In the past, demons were seen primarily as external forces, powerful, malevolent entities that sought to possess or corrupt the human soul. Today, however, many contemporary practitioners view demons less as literal beings and more as symbols of inner conflict and unresolved trauma. The rise of psychological occultism has brought about a new understanding of demons as archetypes, representations of the unconscious mind that reflect deep-seated fears, desires, and unresolved psychological conflicts. This approach focuses not on summoning demons to control or defeat them, but on integrating their energy into one's life for self-understanding and spiritual evolution. As modern occult practices continue to evolve, demonology's focus has shifted from an external battle between light and darkness to an internal exploration of the human psyche. In this context, demons are not seen as inherently evil or inherently good. Instead, they represent the complex and often contradictory nature of human existence. They are both part of us and separate from us, embodying the shadow self, the parts of the personality we often repress or deny. To summon or invoke a demon, in this case, is to confront these hidden aspects of the self and to begin the work of self-integration. In psychological occultism, Carl Jung's theories on archetypes and the unconscious mind have had a profound impact on how modern practitioners view demons. According to Jung, the human mind is made up of various archetypes, universal symbols, and patterns of behavior that are common to all people. These archetypes shape our actions, thoughts, and perceptions, and they are often represented in mythology, religion, and art. Demons, in this context, are archetypes that embody the darker aspects of the human psyche: fear, anger, greed, lust, and other primal instincts. By confronting and integrating these archetypes, the practitioner can gain greater self-awareness and spiritual growth. Demonology, therefore, becomes not just a study of malevolent forces, but a path to greater psychic balance and inner harmony. Another significant development in modern demonology is the rise of chaos magic and the belief that belief is a tool. Unlike traditional occult practices, chaos magic doesn't adhere to any fixed system of beliefs or deities. Instead, it posits that the practitioner can shape reality through the sheer force of their will and belief. Demons, in this context, are not necessarily spiritual entities, but are treated as symbols or tools for achieving specific outcomes. The magician may choose to work with demons as a way to manifest certain desires, such as wealth, power, or knowledge, but the demon is seen not as an external force to be controlled, but as an instrument of personal change and transformation. Chaos magicians often work with demons as a way to tap into the power of the unconscious mind, using rituals and symbols to alter their state of consciousness and gain access to hidden knowledge. In this way, modern demonology is as much about psychological exploration as it is about magical power. The line between reality and illusion becomes blurred, and the practitioner learns to navigate the hidden realms of the mind, using the symbols of demons to unlock deeper truths about themselves and the world around them. In many ways, this approach marks a return to the symbolic roots of demonology, where demons are seen not as literal beings, but as representations of human archetypes. In addition to its psychological and symbolic aspects, modern demonology is also deeply connected to esoteric spirituality and the quest for enlightenment. For some practitioners, demons serve as spiritual guides, helping to unlock deeper wisdom and higher consciousness. The study and invocation of demons are seen as part of the journey towards self-actualization, a way to transcend the limits of the physical world and connect with higher spiritual realms. This approach is particularly prominent in the Urgi, a system of magic focused on divinity and spiritual ascension. In this context, demons are viewed as intermediaries between humanity and the divine, capable of guiding the practitioner through the spiritual realms and helping them achieve enlightenment. As the study of demons continues to evolve, we see a greater emphasis on spiritual freedom and personal autonomy. Many modern practitioners reject the traditional view of demons as purely malevolent beings, instead choosing to work with them as forces of transformation. The goal is not to banish or control the demons, but to understand them and integrate their lessons into daily life. This approach is aligned with the growing trend in occultism of embracing duality, the acceptance that light and dark, good and evil, are not separate forces but are part of a single cosmic whole. By embracing this duality, the practitioner can come to terms with the full spectrum of their being and achieve a more harmonious existence. As we look to the future of demonology, one thing is clear: the field will continue to evolve, adapting to the needs and beliefs of each generation. Whether seen as agents of divine punishment or tools for spiritual enlightenment, demons remain a powerful symbol of the human struggle with its darker aspects. In the future, we may see further integration of demonology with psychology, with more emphasis on understanding demons as aspects of the self, rather than external, uncontrollable entities. We may also witness the continued rise of chaos magic, with practitioners seeking to harness the power of the unconscious through symbolism and belief. In any case, the study of demons will continue to intrigue and captivate those who seek to understand the mysteries of the universe and the human soul. As long as there are forces of darkness and light within the human heart, there will always be a place for demonology in the quest for self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment. The future of demonology is not just about summoning and controlling demonic forces, it's about understanding the balance between light and darkness and navigating the hidden realms of the unconscious mind.